Yo guys, what's up? It's Blackheart here and welcome to a new video. It's been a while, not gonna lie, it's been a while since the last time we spoke together directly. As you saw probably already, there was a huge scandal I was involved in, luckily in the part of the persecutor. As you know already, me and my Colo discovered a whole ass fucking cheating Discord, and we also found out with the collaboration of Plant and Medusa, it's not the only one like this. It's not the only Discord that sells active cheats for Tekken. Today something important happened because finally also very big, because of course I'm not super big. Very big content creators finally talked about the issue. In my particular, I would like to let you see, it's gonna be a sort of reaction. I've already watched the video, but I'm gonna speak up and thank TMM for this video. That's very important because finally a big voice in the Tekken community, probably the biggest voice, acknowledged the work we did, and we can finally see a big voice speaking about the issue because it's very important. That everybody does something, at least something, to acknowledge that the cheating problem is something heavy in this community. It's happened for a while and we are kind of tired, because honestly it's not even that rare that we find cheaters and people that have stupid cheats in online play. So we're gonna see what he says, and I'm gonna react to what he says, and I think it's very important what he did today for our work, for how much effort we put into this investigation. So let's see what he says, and I'll tell you my straight opinion. As you can see already, I commented on the video. I said thanks a lot for this video, TMM. I'm so glad you talked about this and acknowledged all the work me and my Colo did. We definitely hope that Namco will do something out of this, because it's shameful that we still have a game like this in 2025 with no anti-cheat function. That's very important. In a game, in a competitive game like this, there has to be some sort of anti-cheat. There has to be some sort of cheat that tells you, okay, maybe you shouldn't play this game online. Especially since, as we probably already saw in all of these videos we made on the matter, there are so many ways in which people can buy cheats. There are so many ways people can use cheats online. Like, it's not something that happens rarely. It's something that happens every day. So let's see what he said.
What's up, guys? TheMainManSWE here. Hoping you're all doing awesome as always. Season 2 only 29 days away. I really can't contain myself, can I? I'm really hoping it's a huge step up for Tekken 8. They said 1,500 individual changes on the characters in the balance patch, probably the biggest patch ever in a Tekken game. So Tekken 7. Yeah,
as you know already, well, let's hope that maybe in this patch there is something related to the issue. At least maybe they can tell us something about the issue, because unluckily no Michael Murray, no one from Namco, we didn't have any sort of communication from them. And maybe they acknowledge the situation, they're trying to do something. I don't know. I hope so, at least. And of course we'll see what Season 2 will bring us, and if they'll do anything in the future season about the matter.
Or Tekken 8. But in this video I just wanted to touch upon quickly, I'm asked all the time if I've heard about this huge cheating scandal. Apparently a couple of players discovered or went...
Couple of players is me and my Colo, so shout out to both of us. I discovered the matter. I was completely randomly lurking around YouTube, and I found this unknown channel of a person selling cheats. So in the description of his video there was a link that was directed to a Discord link of cheaters, and that's how basically the whole thing started. There was no subscription to be made to this Discord, nothing. You just went in there and you just cheated. So it was very easy. Someone said maybe you hacked into the Discord in order to get some information. No, guys. The Discord link was in the description of the channel. I just clicked it and I was in there. And there were a lot of... and then there was everything that we discovered after that. So again, thank you, TMM, for talking about this. And thank you so much for speaking about a very serious matter.
Public with a Discord server that was for...
Again, and it's not only the only Discord server we found. There are multiple Discord servers like this that sell cheats on Tekken 8, by the way.
cheaters and specifically promoting a script service that you could pay some money, from what I understand, to acquire. Subtle cheating is what it's called, where
not only it's a subscription, but there are also different plans. Like you can decide to pay for 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, full subscription for life. It's actually bamboozling because people can profit of your misery forever. Like you can pay a subscription plan for cheats. It's not something that you just buy and you use them. No, you have to be, it's like a subscription, like a Netflix, but a cheat, let's call it like that, of cheats for Tekken that you can actually pay and use whenever you want. But not only that, you also have to pay for specific cheats of specific characters, like I don't know, specific cheat for Asuka, specific cheat for Victor, and so on. It's not something that is worth for every character. It's something that is specific to that character. So you have to buy specifically that cheat, and it costs you $100 plus.
You get a ton of enhancements, but it's very hard for your opponent to tell that you are cheating. It's a very sophisticated cheating software. So apparently, a couple of players went public, this server was found, and there was a lot of people in it.
Again, me and my Holo. I don't know if he didn't know the players, I didn't know it was me or something, but again, it just, it's not important. The important is about the fact itself, the importance of the Discord itself that was found. But again, it's me and Michael.
A lot of people were apparently posting pictures of their promotions, going like, oh guys, God of Destruction, oh guys, Tekken God rank, haha, I finally did it. Thank you, script service. So a lot of people, even at the highest ranks, have been using cheats. I just want to say that this is not new. This has been going on since Tekken 7. This scripting service was already underway during Tekken 7.
Absolutely true. And again, of course, this is not news. The really scandalous part about this is that we discovered a whole system behind it, a whole ass discords of people that cheated. Like, they were so nonchalant about it, because that's what enraged us, how nonchalant they were about these cheats. They were completely public, everybody could use it every time, and so on. That's what enraged us. They didn't even have the decency of, hiding from community, from society. They are openly public about that. That's why we're angry, because Namco is not doing anything in order to prevent this from happening more. There is no anti-cheat, there's nothing to prevent this from happening more. So that's why people are so confident about Namco not doing shit on the game. That's why they're doing it so publicly, so nonchalantly. That's why we did that video, to finally expose them for the filthy asses they are, hoping that Namco will finally do something. And I'm so glad that it blew up. I'm so glad.
During Tekken 7, plenty of not super notable Tekken streamers, but some pretty well-known Tekken streamers. Specifically one from France and then one from Russia. They streamed the entirety of Tekken 7's lifespan with cheats.
Can you imagine that? Like, there was a whole ass streamer that streamed publicly with cheats. He streamed publicly with cheats on Twitch for like a year, for like multiple years, and no one stopped him. Not even Twitch. It's illegal to stream with cheats on Twitch, but not even Twitch stopped him. Unbelievable, if you ask me.
And they weren't even subtle about it. One of them had you could see on his game window, it said, hello, I'm using a cheat. This is not new. It's been going on for a long time. And I remember playing against a lot of obvious cheaters during Tekken 7.
Yeah.
Not so much during Tekken 8, but I think the software has become more intricate and sophisticated. This seems to be a problem in, honestly, any PvP game. I played Dead by Daylight earlier today, and I played against cheaters. I see cheaters very often. I'm
so surprised that he says that he saw more cheaters in Tekken 7. I actually think the opposite. I actually think there are more cheaters in Tekken 8. Like, I found way more cheats in this game. Like, for example, in Tekken 7, there were maybe more people that plugged, or more people that, I don't know, maybe rage quitters, maybe there were more. But actually, I've seen much more auto-block users in Tekken 8. But again, it's my opinion. It's my experience with the game. He's lucky. He's lucky. Because most of the times he plays in the morning, so he plays with people that either are snipers or like illegitimate people. But again, when you play completely randomly, And every hour you can find way more cheaters, in my opinion. Like, I found a lot of auto-block scripts and, sophisticated cheats. And also because we proved that now cheats are way more intelligent and they can set up a percentage of times in which you can use auto-block and so on. So that's why it's way more difficult to find. I am pretty thoughtful of the fact that there are way more people than we expect using cheats. Like, if you think about it, in all of these discords, there were like 500, 100, 200 people. So if we sum all of them up, they're almost, the total is almost 1,000 players. And if you think about it, daily we have 7,000 players. So 1/7 of the player base is potentially cheating. Potentially. It's a lot. It's a lot, you know?
Often in Dead by Daylight, I know it's a problem in probably Fortnite, right? Counter-Strike. Cheats are in any game, any PvP game. It's very unfortunate. The biggest problem with cheating in Tekken is that Bandai Namco have been very slow to do things about it.
Exactly.
That's the biggest problem. How could...
No, not slow. They're not doing anything. It's not about being slow. It's about not about them not doing anything to prevent this from happening. The only thing they're doing is banning cheaters, and that's okay. But it's not so easy because sometimes, again, as we proved, cheats are very, very sophisticated. So maybe sometimes you feel like someone is cheating, but you cannot prove it because it's not so obvious. Because now, again, with all the block percentage and so on, you cannot understand maybe sometimes the player is just good or is using cheats. It's a lot of difference. So again, with this low ass and old mechanism of finding cheaters and then reporting them to fucking Twitter and so on, it's become very, very old, very, very fast. Just implement a fucking anti-cheat for your competitive game, or at least try to do something more, more useful in order to prevent people from cheating. Because again, right now what you can do is just report them online on Twitter. Imagine having Twitter in 2025, and that's maybe when they do something. Otherwise you just report them on the platform, and I don't know if that does anything if you report them on the game itself. I don't know. It never worked for me. Every people I've always reported on the game has always still played the game. Like, I don't know, Firebirds got banned after what, 10 years? So yeah, they're very slow, almost not doing anything, almost. Also because we showed on Discord server that these cheaters are having a lot of time, a fun time, a really good time into avoiding bans from happening. And again, that's bamboozling. That's bamboozling with their cheats.
One guy stream uninterrupted for 8 years using cheats publicly. How did he not get banned? But you also know how slow they were to give actual real penalties to people who plug. So that's probably something Bandai Namco want to look into, I think. Making sure...
Thank you. Finally, a big voice is speaking about this, and let's hope Namco finally listens in some way.
Hurts for people who cheat. I don't know if they could do something with the game where it could detect if someone is using a script. And the way these scripts work is basically that you can choose, do you want throw breaks? Do you want auto low parry? Do you want to automatically duck highs? This is the one I've seen the most. Automatically duck highs. And it's also so obvious. Like you do a jab or an electric, and sometimes you're standing a few meters away, and you do an electric and they just instantly duck. They do this very unnatural thing of you standing in front of them and you jab check, and they just duck, and they don't ever do a punish. Typically, when someone ducks a high like that, they are looking to punish you, right? That's why they duck.
That's when they're blatant cheats, though. I've seen a lot of people, I'm very sure the main man will now mention it, that now have also auto-punish. So they duck the high and then they punish, They also have auto-duck. They have auto-punish. They punish you automatically. They have auto rage art. So when you whiff, immediately they do rage art on frame 1 and you die. They are way more efficient right now. All of these cheats, way more efficient, unfortunately, because when they are this evident with, like, I don't know, ducking every high but no punish, it's okay, it's almost fun. But when they start punishing everything and so on, it becomes way harder for us players to prevent them from continuing their offense.
To punish the high, but these guys will just duck over and over and do nothing, and you're like, that doesn't seem like there's any plan behind it, or like what is happening here. And it's so unnatural that immediately you sort of go like, okay, this might be a cheat, right? or people landing low parries all the time, or breaking every single throw you do. Say you play King and you have a legit 50-50 with Shining Wizard and Giant Swing and it's broken every single time. No person can do that because it's a legit 50-50. I've seen people cheat, and quite obviously so, but the scary thing is that these days you can't really tell if someone is cheating or not, because in these softwares, they can actually set a percentage now on all of these different things. Say...
Exactly. That's what we showcase too. Like, for example, you can set the low block to 100%, but also to 75%. So imagine, like, maybe that the bot never works, but at the end of the round, finally works that one single time, and you punish well, and you lose the whole match because of this. It becomes a problem, because most of the times you can play like a natural player, but then having set a cheat to work only one time out of 100, but it still works that time. So you're gonna die that time, and you're gonna maybe win a match that time. So that's why it's so much difficult now to understand if someone is cheating or not, because it's becoming very subtle, you know? When it's evident, it's okay. It's evident that someone cheats, it's okay. You say, okay, he's cheating, okay. But when it becomes, so subtle, how do you recognize? Because most of the time, the player is still gonna be, legit. It's just gonna use cheats that single time. So how can you recognize that at that time? You don't. You basically don't. So yeah, the situation is pretty messed up.
You don't want 100% throw breaks because that would be too obvious. That would give away that you're cheating. They set it now to like 70%. So now the script, on 30% of the throw occasions, it will let the throw slip by and you get thrown. But when it's not obvious he's using a script, right? Then you're probably gonna go, damn, this guy has really sick throw breaks. Or he'll block 70% of your lows, or low parry 70% of your lows, and duck the highs. And suddenly you're gonna sit there and just compliment. And that's the saddest thing about this cheating thing, is that in Tekken, it's just very hard to tell if someone's cheating or not unless it's super obvious.
Exactly.
And I don't know how many times now, like, the level of play is so high in ranked, and I'm constantly up against people who have extremely strong throw breaks. Most people I go up against have way above average throw breaks, and they're on point with the low parries, and again ducking the highs, and these could all be exceptional players. And Tekken players are very good at Tekken. A lot of the people playing now are legacy players, but it would be interesting to know. And now that this private Discord server has been revealed, one can only think in the back of your head, like, how often when I'm playing this game and I feel like, oh my god, this guy's cracked, this guy is great, how often am I getting...
Well, if you think about it, we even found content creators in that Discord server. Like 2 or 3 content creators in that Discord server. So if content creators are so naive about it, imagine casual people. If content creators don't care about their reputation being broken, imagine casual people. Imagine. So it can happen every 2 seconds. Maybe a player you thought he was a super good player, in reality was having 1% low blocks, That's why it's a big deal.
Misplaced compliments to someone who might be running one of these scripts. Because from that Discord server, one could see that, plenty of Tekken God ranks are fake.
Exactly.
Most of them are going to be genuine, of course, but who knows how many people I have or you have played against who just went to this Discord server, is running these scripts, and then sets them to some appropriate number, like, oh, help me out. Even just having it help you out half of the time, 50%. Such a help, right? It's a very unfortunate thing, and I hope there's something Bandai Namco can do.
Thank you.
God knows it took them forever to try and hurt pluggers. Finally, they're doing it. If you plug, you lose points. But is there anything they can do to try and detect?
Speaking about this, when you plug, there's a bug now that if someone plugs on you, you may lose points instead of them, by the way. So they solved it, but in a cringe way. So maybe solve it better, guys, next time, Namco. Solve it better with no bugs. But yeah, again, thanks a lot, TMM, for this video. Finally, the issue was brought up by bigger names, bigger audiences, so everybody can know the reality about this. Hope that Namco does something. Thank you again, everybody, for watching this video and this reaction, and see you guys very soon again. Bye!